Hey, what's up everybody? This is the second episode of me doing updates on my Quora partner program experience. It's April 12th, and if I've done my math right, it's the 8th day that I've been asking questions on the partner program, and the 7th day of Quora posting revenues for my questions. I'm going to go into the partner program dashboard here, and you see that I've earned $6.66, an unfortunate amount, but I've earned that over the last 7 days, so roughly $1 a day, averaging I'd say still about 40 questions a day. There was one day in there where I got up to 55 questions, and then a day or two in there where I was in like the mid-30s. So I'd say I'm still averaging about 40 questions a day, averaging about $1 a day. Can't really get any good trend data, first of all because it's only 7 days, but also because they had a kind of a funky day in there where they didn't post at 3 a.m. They posted at 3 p.m. So one payment posting was for a 36-hour duration, and then the other payment was for a 12-hour posting. So I think the 36-hour one I was in like the high dollars, and then the 12-hour posting was obviously lower. Don't remember what it was. I have a spreadsheet, but it's on a different computer. I'll try to bring that in for future videos. But I'm kind of like just guessed on the first few days of revenues because I wasn't recording it, and there's no good way to look at history I've found in the earnings dashboard. So that's one thing that would be kind of cool to be able to see. Just go back and see your earnings per day. It might exist, but I haven't found it yet. The other thing I noticed, and I think it occurred the day that they delayed payment, is that they dropped this average question value from 72 from the last video to 66, and then the sample questions they're showing have a lot lower values to them. I think there was a Craigslist based question that had a couple $1,000s worth of revenue. This is for a lot shorter duration, but a lot smaller value, a dollar value. So don't know if they're changing up which duration they're looking at for this little insight window here or not, but it definitely changed from the last video, so I don't know how frequently they do that. I also noticed when I go down here, I was scrolling around randomly for the questions that earned revenues. There's a little filter here that I wasn't aware of until just recently that you can click to pick your questions that had the most earnings over different durations of time. The other thing I don't know if I caught on the last video is that it has your total questions listed. I'm at 340. I haven't done the math on that yet to figure out if that's inclusive of questions that I already had on Quora before I started the partner program or not. But those are just two things I caught from the last video. And then the other thing I noticed that was interesting was looking through these questions that I'm earning money on. For instance, this one is about thickness planers, or you could claim that it's about woodworking. I earned 57 cents on this. So my assumption was maybe there's a lot of people searching for these topics or or thickness planers in particular. So I increased the number of questions that I had about thickness planers and with these keywords, and they don't earn nearly as much as this, if any at all. There's no rhyme or reason like by topic or anything that I've really found yet. And I know it's only 7 days, but with as many questions as I've been asking, I was hoping I'd catch some glimpse of a trend or some sort of trick that I could use to try to increase my revenues, but I haven't found it yet. All of these ones up here that have like double-digit revenues to them, double-digit, 10 cents or more revenues. I have lots of other questions that have similar topics, and they're not up here. So it's just kind of very random seeming, but I'm hoping that it becomes more evident as I get more data points to try to figure out some sort of process to increase my revenues by asking similar questions. But so I would say that's pretty much the extent of what's different from before, other than time and adding more questions. I learned a few more features that existed here with the filtering and question count tracking, and then just showing you my new revenue. I'm up at $6.66, not quite $1 a day, but I'm hoping, since, like I mentioned before in the last video, this should have a fairly long tail. These questions will exist out there and continue to earn revenue as I add new questions that will presumably earn revenue. So I'm hoping that the average increases, not exponentially, but not linearly as well, or either, based on the way I'm envisioning it's working. So stay tuned. Please subscribe. I'm going to keep doing these videos and just reporting out what I learn. Thanks a lot for watching.